It's at a lovely, like, 10 to 15 frames a second.
Is it? Oh, is it running really badly?
Yeah.
It did.
It
You
did?
want to switch to the thing now?
I did switch to
Whoa,
the thing.
whoa,
Oh, God.
all ears.
Don't look at the man behind the curtain!
Look at. Oh, it's. Okay.
Don't watch his porn.
What porn? Do you want me to open? Okay, let's go to Google and. I'll put my webcam on and pretend I didn't know it was on. That's a really bad way to introduce a podcast. Hello, everybody. My name is Lucky Gamer, and this is my dick. No, and I'm here with DoofyDave.
Oh my god! How
He's
much
the one
gamer?
laughing
This
there.
is my dick.
That's how I start all my videos nowadays. Why do you think I invested in a full HD webcam? To see my face? Nah. They need to see this dick.
I want to see every follicle in your nutsack.
So that's why you were telling me the other day about the wide-angle lens.
Well, yeah, you need to get every inch in there. It needs to be wide angle. Oh, I need to be more professional. Hello,
All
everybody.
3 inches hard.
I'll have you know, it's 3.5. When the camera angle's right.
You got the wide angle because your dick looks like a pancake when it's hard.
Chapter 27, Pancake Dick. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Loading Podcast,
I call it the flapjack.
where we occasionally talk about genitals. In today's episode, what's the perfect length? Dave? Oh, Jesus Christ. This has gone off to a great start.
Fuck professionalism.
If I had to title this podcast, that's what it would be. Fuck
Well,
professionalism.
there's nothing wrong with titling the podcast.
So, hi, everybody.
Hello.
Again, welcome to the Loading Podcast. My name is Lucky, and I am joined by Dave
Hello.
and Fubar.
Hello.
How's it going? You good?
Yep, we're introduced. You know where to find us.
Yep. Follow the links in the description, etc., etc. So,
Youporn.com/DoofyDave. I mean, what?
It is a
Jesus
start.
Christ.
Damn.
And yeah, follow me pornhub.com called Cream Candy Cane.
I thought it was the lucky game her.
Oh wow.
This is a callback to a bit we already did this bit.
Yeah, follow me on my latest Let's Play. Starts on part 69. That porn joke. So yeah, you guys, what have you been playing this week?
Rust and Men of what's that game I was playing?
I think it was Men of War Assault that
Yeah,
you
Men of-
played.
Men of
You were
War
talking
Assault
about
Squad.
in the Discord.
Men of War.
Yes.
What's Men of?
Men
That
of War
sounds like a
is,
Call of Duty ripoff.
No, it's like an RTS kind of game.
I've
War
only ever
II.
I've only ever really gotten into one RTS, and that's Alien vs Predator Extinction. Please say you've played that.
I don't think I
I
have.
have not. I haven't even heard of
Ah,
it, to be honest.
It's good. It's an RTS where basically you choose either Marines, aliens, or Predators, and it's a case of there are set missions for each one. Predators, it's a case of it's alien-infested planet, and you're doing the whole like hunt. Aliens,
Oh, I see it on
is-
Google. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Alien, you start off with facehuggers and you have to go and facehug all of like the local cattle to get your predators, to get your aliens before getting a queen and then making a whole hive. And Marines,
this
it's a
was for
case of for the
PlayStation
love
2
of
and
God, just try and
PC.
survive.
How did I not know about this game?
It's a
Yeah,
really
I've
fun
never
game.
heard of this. Oh, you know why I haven't heard of it? PlayStation 2.
Yeah,
it's
well, that's why
cool
I'm saying
game, but
why
it's
did I not
brilliant.
know about it?
I didn't have a PlayStation 2, so I wouldn't have heard of it.
What? You didn't have a PS2?
Nope.
I do.
But I had a GameCube.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
fair
you
enough.
poor bastard.
I had a GameCube and then I had a PC, so
Well, it
why
could be
would I
worse. You
want
could have had a
PS2?
Or freaking Sega, whatever we call it.
Dreamcast?
Dreamcast?
Was that Sega?
Yep.
Yeah. That was
Oh.
their last console before they went under.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Before they sold Sonic to Mario. Oh, to Nintendo.
Yeah.
Ah, dear. Yeah, but no, Alien vs Predator Extinction was brilliant. I think it might have had an online part as well, but I'm not sure. But if it's on PC, I'm definitely going to buy it because it was really addictive.
I'm right now taking a look to see if it was.
Because like there are people who did challenges where it was like
The answer is negative. It was PlayStation and Xbox only.
yeah, but PlayStation had online for a
No,
brief
it's on
period.
PC. I saw it on PC.
Did you? Because I'm looking at the webpage. I saw that on right here, Google platforms: PlayStation 2, Xbox.
Well, maybe you can get a port for it for online. You know, like what's it called?
Maybe they had another one.
Oh, these people are saying you need a PlayStation 2 emulator. Okay.
That's it. Emulator's the word I'm thinking of. But yeah, no, there are people who did
that's not really the same thing.
People have done challenges where it's like you start with one facehugger and you're only allowed that one facehugger, and it's like, can you win the entire level with it? It's a really fun game. Definitely recommend.
The only downside though with War Assault Squad 2 is if you have more than like, I don't know, 20 or 30 units on the field on both teams, you play about 15 FPS.
So it's kind of like that. Oh shit! What's it called? The Ultimate Army Battle Simulator game thing.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I haven't played it. It's on Steam. Let me see if I can find it. Begins with a U, and that's all I know.
Good.
That's all I know. All I know is that it's designed to basically be one of those like kind of like Shogun or along those lines where you have just massive armies.
I still need to upload my interview with
I know what you're talking about. UABs or whatever it is.
Yeah, UAB or something like that.
Do you want to hear something embarrassing about RTS?
What?
Okay. 2 years ago, I got a press pass for EGX, which is which is the biggest. It stands for Eurogamer Expo, and it's the biggest gaming convention in Europe. Right. And I got a press pass to go and interview tons of developers and whatnot. And it was like,
oh wow.
Yeah, no, it was just like a sense of you can apply, and I was like, yeah, I doubt I'll get in. And then they gave me a ticket, and then I was like, I'm gonna see how far I can milk this. Can I have another ticket for a camera guy? Yeah, sure. And another one for a mic guy? I was like, yeah, sure. So I ended up with 3 tickets, and so I got to interview like tons of like indie developers. You know that bar 2D scrolling thing you showed me on Steam?
Which
Fubar,
one?
I can't remember, the 2D fighting one, the button mashy one. I interviewed the developer for that. But yeah, no,
Diversity Ransom?
Yeah, I interviewed people for Star Wars Battlefront and etc. But to get back to the RTS thing, I interviewed 2 of the main developers for the Total War series.
Oh,
and
neat.
I've never played a Total War game, and I didn't know I was interviewing them until 3 hours before I was supposed to be in the booth with the camera. And I'll have to find a picture to send you, because first of all, it was really bad because before that I interviewed a developer for something called 80-Foot Cop, which is basically you're a giant cop in a 1970s detective show, and in order to play but in order to play the game and to develop it, you had to wear a fake mustache, because apparently 70s cop you have to have like those big like the German porn star mustache things. The big side
like Tom Selleck is what you're saying.
Yeah. So I had to wear one of them. I forgot I was wearing it. So I looked back on the footage for the Total War interview, and I had a fake mustache for the entire thing and looked like a really bad dad.
I gotta find it. I walked around. There was one time I was hanging out with my little brother, and I walked around the mall the entire time with a fake gumball mustache. You get out of the gumball machine for a quarter. Nobody looked at me weird. They thought it was real.
That's sad.
Mine didn't fit me because I was a ginger person with a big black mustache.
It just looked like you dyed your hair, that's all.
No, I dye my hair all the fucking time. But yeah, no. So I went to interview the Total War people. I have never played a Total War game before. I had no idea what to ask him, and it was the first interview of the entire convention, and it was the most awkward because halfway through the interview, sorry, he said, "You ever played a Total War game?" And I was like, "No." So like, he was a case of, okay, well, we'll just talk about shit that isn't heavily focused on Total War. So we talked about like the game industry, where's it heading, like what would we like to see change, and that kind of crap. But then at the end of it, when we shook hands, and it was just, he was like, "Is this your first interview?" I was like, "Yeah, it comes across really easily, doesn't it?" And he was just like, "Yeah, but don't worry about it." And he came up and gave me a massive stack of cards, and he gave me the complete collection, including the latest Rome one, of Total War games. So I've got
Oh,
a massive stack of games of like RTS games I have no intention on wanting to play.
well, you should do an LP of one.
But I feel like I would suck major balls at it. It'd be a case of
Well, yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
worry, you already suck major balls.
wow.
I'm sorry.
If you're trying to flog copies of Doofy Love, you need to do a better job. I've got my second book coming out soon, which you guys will find out about if you follow the Let's Play of Dangling. But yeah, no, it was just awkward as fuck.
Wow, Dave, that's terrible.
What did he post?
You look like you should be in a van with rolling probable
Can you
cause.
believe nobody looked at me weird?
Okay, let's just.
Well,
focus on
yeah,
the
it's
screen
because
for
of
a
the
second.
hat. It's the
Like he
hat and the
sees it, he's like,
glasses.
"Oh, we gotta go here again." Takes off his pants and gets ready.
You look like
Uh,
you look like someone who's on a register of some kind.
that rolling probable cause.
Goes along with the
A
song
windowless
Sex Offender
van.
Shuffle. Oh, thanks for putting that on the stream there, Lucky.
You gotta
I
prove
had
it
to.
now.
People needed to see.
Oh.
So-
That's.
I like on how I've been playing one RTS game has led through all of that. Fubar, what have you been playing?
Well, I just finished Conviction, doing a single player let's play of that. I
Splinter
was
Cell
jumping it today. Yeah,
one.
Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
The thing is I'm not actually terrible at stealth games.
No, I'm not, but I'm stuck playing it with John, who is not stealthy in any way
Well, you haven't
possible.
even started it yet, so I don't know what's going on with that. But,
No, I'm-
no.
I'm recording Blacklight at the moment, and I'm going to put the first episode up soon. It's a case of John, be stealthy. Okay, he suddenly starts shooting everybody.
Wait. I thought that you guys were having problems and haven't started it yet.
No, we've got like the first 10 episodes done.
I'm surprised with the Sniper Elite game that you could even tell that he's not stealthy with how many times his computer wouldn't run with it.
Oh god, yeah. We had to just quit that playthrough because we'd played the same level. I can't remember how many times, but we played the first 10 minutes of this one level, and it equaled up to something like 7 hours worth of recording.
Oh my god.
So we must have played it at least like 20 odd times.
But no, I
it just stressed us out so much. We were just a case of fuck it, let's just find another game. But Blacklight's a lot more fun. It's a lot more fast paced, which is kind of nice. But it's the fact that like I'd say, don't be stealthy. It's fine. You're carrying a corpse, John, in broad daylight. That's not fine. And then it's a case of, oh, is that the guy we're supposed to find? He's dead now. Oh well, let's just keep going. There's this one thing which is like we're supposed to interview a guy. We shot him in the face, and it said it was fine.
They did away with stealth since Conviction. Because
Conviction.
I mean, at least for the single player, I know that the multiplayer is significantly better than for Conviction. Yeah, there's a co-op.
Oh, I thought you meant like multiplayer as in like a proper PvP style.
There is also.
Is there? See, the Blacklight one's
Yeah.
gone now. They've closed down the servers, which is a shame
Oh.
because it had one of the best game modes I've had played in a game in a while called Specs versus. Is it Specs versus Mercs? Or Spice versus Mercs? It's basically two teams. One team is full on like stealth gear, and all they have is a knife and like equipment, and then there's
Okay.
the Merc team, which is all guns, etc. And the Mercs have to kill the spy people, and spy people have to kill the Mercs.
What
it's
was
like,
that for? Blacklist?
Is it Blacklist or Blacklight?
I think Blacklist.
It is Blacklist, isn't it? I keep calling it Blacklight.
Isn't that the latest one?
That is the
No,
latest one.
13.
But they've closed all of the servers for it, which is a shame because it was like the people who were mercs, it was first person, but the people who were the spies or whatever their team's called were third person, and it was really funky. So it's basically you had to hide in the shadows until one of them comes by and then just stab him. It was a really fun game mode, but they closed down the servers.
I don't know why they would close down servers to a game that was only released in 2007.
Yeah, that's
2013.
not good if they did because
Well, it
I
didn't
haven't
do
done
well.
an LP of that yet.
The game's not done well.
Well, no, obviously, but if they're closing down servers, but well, anyways, Conviction single player is extraordinarily short.
Yeah,
I
and it had that one
completely-
Afghan level which just felt really out of place.
You mean the one in Iraq where they did the flashback? Well, the whole game is just kind of weird. It's like
yeah, but it goes from like really stealthy to was it first person like Call of Duty style
No.
like shooting thing? From what I remember.
no, it was still third person, and you were playing as another guy. But I mean, it was weird because it's like Sam does acid the entire time, and he's now in Iraq, remembering things because he got in a car for some reason. But no, it's really short. So I also did the Elder Scrolls Online. I played the Morrowind expansion, which is decent. It's really good. They did a good job with it. Environments are beautiful. Story's good.
Don't need to complete
And
Skyrim.
huh?
Don't need to complete Skyrim.
There's no completing Skyrim.
Well, I've the furthest I got in the storyline is when you learn Fuss Rodar.
Okay.
That was it.
Yeah, but that's
you
not
got
even
to,
like the best one.
50th of the game.
Yep, and I've still got like 120 hours on it.
That's why I said. I mean, you don't complete Skyrim.
Yeah, but there's not completing it and at least getting a chunk into the story.
And that's if you play it without mods.
There's also,
I got
it's
a
just
mod which has the Lego sword.
you don't complete Fallout.
Oh no, Fallout 4 you can complete. I've done that shit.
Well, yeah, you can complete it, but I don't.
No. I enjoyed Fallout.
Fallout 4 was good. It's just I wish there was more to it.
I got pissed off they got rid of the well, there were two things I really
Karma.
hated about Fallout 4. Karma, yeah, because I feel like in a sense, in a world where you make so many choices, you have to have outcome for said choices. When you can go into a village, kill everyone, and they still think you're a god, like, oh my god, you're such a good person for wanting to find your son. It's like, dude, I just shot your daughter in front of your eyes. Hate me, please. But they still love you.
Wow, how British.
Well, most games I like playing as the bad guy because it's like in the real world I can be a nice guy. In games I can be an asshole. And then the fact they got rid of conditions.
So no matter how hard I try, even if I do a playthrough like Fallout 3 and I purposely try to be a bad person at the start, halfway through the game I'm realizing I'm not making bad choices. I'm starting to be a good guy again.
Well, I mean,
I don't find it difficult being an asshole. It's like I blew up Megaton.
Yeah, we know this. We know this.
I blew up Megaton,
Well, I mean,
and then the
this
shopkeeper who was a
is-
ghoul found me saying, "Who did it?" And I was like, "Oh, it was me. I blew up your town."
this is leading into, part 2 of our conversation, so I don't know if you want to start that or not.
Now, backseat driving the podcast. Wow, very, very, very nice. So, unlisted side note, and I thought of it all by myself. Let's move on to the second part of this. Let's not ask what I've been playing.
Well, what have you been playing, Lucky? I do want to know.
With himself.
Yeah, because the games require joysticks, right? What?
Yeah, totally.
No, I've been playing what's it called? Ori and the Black Forest or something? Ori in the Forest? Only in the Forest? Fuck, what's that game called? Well, whatever that is, and I've been playing Beat Buddy, which is a really, really, really well-designed game. The entire game is based around sound.
Okay.
And each enemy is a different instrument. So you have like these snail crab claw creatures, which are the snare drums, and then you've got like these bass monsters and all of this stuff. And it's like on their own they just do like a little rhythm attack. But when like there are tons of enemies all around, it actually creates a soundtrack. And they're like really nice like jazz pieces, and each level is like a different genre of music. And it's just a really interesting game design. Like they base this entire game on just a soundtrack. Which it's not like the most gripping, well, it has pretty much no plot, but it was just a really interesting, chill game to play. That, and I've been playing Syndicate.
Which Syndicate?
Assassin's Creed.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, on the topic of Assassin's Creed, I just rented the Assassin's Creed movie and Star Wars Rogue One. Star Wars Rogue One was awesome. Absolutely fucking great movie. Assassin's Creed, I'm glad I watched that first because I would have left my computer watching the movies going, I want to kill myself right now. This is so retarded.
Assassin's Creed the movie was a bad Assassin's Creed film, mediocre action film.
The entire time I was watching the movie, I'm going, why? What's the point of this? I don't care about the story. Why?
Well, they didn't really go into depth with the actual lore for the movie. They tried to distance it enough that they could get people who didn't know the games to go see the film. But at the same time, they make references in the film that if you don't play the game, you won't get. The entire first scene where they basically have the meeting in the assassin's lair, and they cut off his finger. They have like a whole 3-minute scene. It's just like, okay, you've given you don't see him put on the blade gauntlet, so you have no idea the reason he cut the finger off.
The entire time I'm watching, I'm going, I don't care about these characters. Why it was boring.
See,
But
no,
watching
that's
Star Wars Rogue One, I'm going, oh my god, yes, please don't die. Oh my god,
it's
awesome, awesome.
interesting you say that because I felt that about Star Wars. Star Wars
Really?
Rogue One, I had to see twice to give a shit about the characters.
Have you watched all of the movies? And
Yes, and I
Okay.
read the books and the
He's a
comics.
Star Wars fan.
I'm a massive Star Wars fan. But the thing with Rogue One is, first it was a sense of you kind of go in knowing what the ending's going to be, because there's going to be.
I get that. I understand that.
What's the point in they're not going to survive, and then the intros for the characters.
Spoilers.
Not really. Well,
I know, but
it's been out
still.
for a year. The characters in the movie they pretty much don't get a backstory intro. It's just a case of they're thrown together within around 15 minutes. None of them are really given a heavy backstory.
which I get those because it's supposed to be that they're the ones that got the information about the Death Star out, and in other Star Wars lore, the people who got the information out were dead.
Except for Dash Rendar.
Yeah, but no, the thing is, then they started giving backstories on, for example, her dad, and each of them trying to make it like an emotional connection with the audience. But it's like, if you're trying to make an emotional connection, you need to give enough time to give you have to give us time to give a shit about the characters. One thing that I question quite a lot of my mates is okay, can you name all of the characters?
I
Like,
haven't
what
seen
are-
it, so
what
I
are the-
can't.
It's like, what are their names? And it's like, it's like, how can you give a crap about the characters or say they've got enough development if you don't know their names?
I
don't know them.
comparing it to Assassin's Creed, I thought it was a really good movie.
Well, in comparison to Assassin's Creed, anything's a fucking.
Have you seen John Wick 2 yet?
No,
that
I haven't. I
out?
want to though.
Go watch it.
Is that? Am I right in thinking that's the Keanu Reeves one?
Good or
That's
bad?
the Keanu Reeves one.
I watched that the other week.
Excellent.
It's the best. The first one was fucking brilliant. It was.
I won't say that it blows the first one out of the water, but it is exactly what a sequel should be.
The first one I just loved because it was a case of like, I want to see an action film, I want to see people die, but I don't want it to have a hoity-toity plot. John Wick 1, you break the plot line down, what happened? He killed his dog. They're gonna die. That's it. It's just like, yep, that's awesome.
well, I will say that with John Wick 2, you will not be disappointed.
When did it come out?
It's on video. You can rent it now, I think, on Google Play.
That's Google Play though.
It came out whenever Lego Batman came out.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, it was a little bit different than what I expected it to be, but it wasn't bad.
I saw.
I'm glad that. Oh shit! I'm glad that Lando Calrissian finally got to be Two-Face. Billy D. Williams finally got to be Two-Face.
Now, what did I see the other day? I saw Pirates of the Caribbean, the new one.
Why?
Because it was a case of a date day, and it was just like a case of what do you want to see? I suggested Alien Covenant, and it was like, no, let's go see Pirates of the Caribbean. It's like, why?
Yay!
And it's like her way of selling it was like, oh, he's got the person from No Country for Old Men. And I was like, oh, is it going to be super violent? No.
Well, of course not. It's a Disney pro. You know what? Actually, here's
Star
a good
Wars
question.
is Disney, and that's violent.
Here's a good question. They're redoing a whole bunch of those Disney films in live action. Do you think they'll do Bambi?
No.
Are you sure? They did Jungle Book, and that's mostly animals.
Yeah, but there's no. I feel like with quite a strong well, no, they're doing The Lion King, and that's got the strong emotional scene with Scar and Mufasa dying. I don't know. They've released a list of the ones they're doing already. The one thing I don't get with that is they're redoing Mulan, but they're removing all songs from it, so it's going to have no songs, and they're getting rid of what's the love interest's name?
I don't know because I didn't watch Mulan.
Okay, well the one Mulan has a crush on and they end up getting together. He's not in it.
Of course they're going to remake it and get rid of the music because We Are Men. Oh, well, God forbid we have a song like that today.
Yeah, but let's not get into that. There's enough of that all around. I don't need that.
We have penises.
Because that is what it is.
Yeah, I feel like films wouldn't have as much of a thing considering the period it takes place in. But I don't get, like, for a Disney film, something that they're heavily known for is their music and like song listings, and they're just removing all of it.
I
It was
didn't watch
weird.
Beauty and the Beast, but did they include the songs from?
Yeah.
Yep.
It was
they
good.
did. So
Beauty and the Beast was
Beauty and
good.
the Beast was it was good.
Apart from
it being
Lumiere's accent.
okay.
That's your country's fault. Originally, he had a good French accent, and then they fucking did a group test over in America, and you Americans were like, "Oh, I can't understand what he's saying," so they made him have a really cheesy French accent.
That's on Disney. No,
Well, you know what? Give it 40 more years. We'll remake the movie, and then he can have an actual French accent, which
Okay.
will be more of a Pakistani accent. But you know,
when I'm 50, 54.
When you're 54 and you're rich because of reasons, and
my
you're gonna be
porn
like,
series finally takes
"Oh,"
off.
because Doofy Love's gonna take off, and he's gonna make
and
tons of
Brexit
sales.
worked out or whatever. Who knows?
Yeah, you will take it off. Oh.
Oh,
Joke's on you. I'm already naked.
well, I think that's the only way.
Pouvez-vous en
forward.
français?
No.
God. Well, it's gonna go on YouTube Red. That's like RedTube, right?
I guess. Hey, it's a pay to play.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, let's move on to the main topic for this podcast, which is what game mechanics would you like to see go away?
Quick time events and
Oh, gosh, yeah.
microtransactions.
I'd
Mike-
like to see him.
Is that a game? I wouldn't say microtransactions are a game mechanic.
It's
They
become
aren't.
one.
They are, in my opinion. I understand where you're coming from, Dave. However, unfortunately, I see that as being the
Marketing
current future
tactic.
of how revenue is generated for video games.
See, well,
So
actually,
no such luck.
for example, Battlefield 1 has a season pass for like the DLC maps, but they have nothing in terms of
Real
crates.
microtransactions.
Yeah, because what I like is
Really?
they have crates in the game. Like you can, if you do
Duck
well in the
behind 'em.
game, if you do well in the game, you get given a crate, and the only thing you can get in crates is camos for your gun. Which
Why would I want to create?
well, you win them if you do well in the match.
Well,
And
no,
it's-
why would I want a crate?
What
If
game is
all
this
I
for?
get is Battlefront. You said? Or
Yeah,
was it
Battlefield 1.
Okay.
It's kind of like that way with Call of Duty now, like on the Call of Duty 4 remastered. Every match you get experience towards some kind of coin currency, and
Crypto
every
keys,
10
isn't it?
it's something different now, COD points or some shit like that,
Yeah, but you can get guns and that and base and
which is dumb. But the main thing is skins, is what it is, and if you get 10, you can get a normal crate. If you save up 30, you can get a super rare crate that has a very good chance of dropping really rare shit. But the thing is that you can also pay real money for that crap, which I despise it.
I understand.
I disagree with crates if the things in the crates can give a certain player an unfair advantage. In Call of Duty, you can get things. You can get camos, fine. You can get like just as your character does, whatever.
Cosmetics, fine, whatever.
You can also get weapons, and I feel that's no.
I mean, Star Trek Online is like that with their crates, and it is entirely predatory.
Star Trek has an online.
Yeah, it's been out I think
Yeah, of
since
course it is.
2013. It's
Is that the really
okay.
bad one?
No, it's not bad.
But it was
It's
an
all
Xbox
right.
game,
It's
wasn't it? Like a
but it is
third
very.
person one.
Which one?
Wasn't it a third-person Xbox game?
No. Star Trek Online is more based around your ship and you as a captain.
Oh, I might be thinking of a different Star Trek game. Okay.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's just it's loot boxes.
Yeah, I definitely disagree with
in a very bad way. I'd say it's probably one of the best examples of what not to do for a pay to win.
I just disagree with any form of buying in game that can give someone an unfair advantage. It just shouldn't be in a game.
No, I completely agree with
Which
that.
is kind of why I like Battlefield 1, because it's a case of like they have these crates. You can win them in the game if you do well. If you have a camo in the crate you don't want, you can scrap it, and so much scrap can get you another crate. But it's like nothing in there is a case of you can pay and or you get an unfair advantage from having this, which is it's nice. I'm really enjoying Battlefield 1.
Another mechanic that I don't think I agree with, which has been a big controversy with wargaming, the guys who've done World of Tanks, and it's somewhat the same case with War Thunder, is premium tanks because it's a free to play. Premium tanks have been getting very unfair. Like they have
What's a premium tank?
You pay money for a tank instead of free to play. You can pay.
Do the tanks have different stats?
Well, my
Yes,
question is
yes,
it
they all
really
have
pay to
different armor,
play, or is
different
it pay
guns.
to not have to play for 3 hours to get a tank?
Well, that's the thing. You can also pay for premium, which I've done, which I think is ridiculous. That paying for premium gives you this much of a boost in experience and credits. But when you buy a premium tank in World of Tanks, recently the ones that they've been coming out with have had ridiculously good armor and shitty guns on them. So in order to use the shitty guns and
Oh, they're
actually
all
do damage with
overpowered.
them, well, no, not overpowered. You have to buy premium ammunition, which is
Oh.
about 5 times more expensive than the free ammunition. And in order to damage the tank, you have to fire premium ammunition, and that's like the only way wargaming is making money right now, and that's a big controversy.
That's stupid as fuck.
This pay,
You can pay to have this. The only way you can destroy it as an opponent is to have this. That's
That is really dumb.
That's really
and with
dumb.
War Thunder, the premium tanks are not as bad, but they kind of ruined top tier gameplay with the top level tanks with the ATGM tanks, the rocket tanks, because all people do is either sit all the way in the back of the map or they get up on some mountain because there's some kind of mountain goat and you fire the rocket. And it's not even skill, like you have to aim it with your keys. You just point and click with the mouse and hold the mouse on the target and it hits it and kills it. And it's got ridiculous amounts of penetration, like 800 millimeters of penetration.
So what's interesting is that I actually kind of like the way that MechWarrior Online handles special battle mechs, because they do have some special battle mechs that you can't buy with the in-game currency, and they either give you will give you just more XP, so the fuck what, you don't care, because they just redid their whole skill system, so those mechs are just completely irrelevant, and they also have ones that just give you more money, and they may also have a special loadout. And by special loadout, meaning they just have different hard points where you can associate weapons. So they're not really necessarily better. You can have something different from a regular mech. It might have like better electronic countermeasures, but that doesn't necessarily give you any real edge. You know,
see, that's why I liked War Thunder is not as bad with the premium stuff. Like War Thunder doesn't have premium ammunition, and for the most part, the premium
ammunition, first off, is bullshit.
Yeah, it is. It used to be really bad in World of Tanks a couple of years ago, where you could only buy it with gold currency, which with gold currency you can only pay real money for. Now they made it so you can use regular in-game credits, but it's 5 times more expensive.
That's bullshit.
War Thunder, at least with the premium tanks, I can only think of one, and that's the American T30. No, the T29. I think it's pretty overpowered. If you get into an even-tiered game. But for the most part, the tanks in War Thunder that are premium are either just as good as the normal tanks or sometimes even worse. But the only plus side of owning a premium tank is when you play it, you get a lot more experience and credits.
That's just...
Because the way that the MechWarrior Online mechs with not the champion, but the hero mechs and the special edition mechs, which you can only really get if you pre-order a pack, they only just give you like 30% more income. And they might have like a special graphic. So, I mean, it's really inconsequential in the long run. And I like that way a lot better. I like it better than, they also have loot boxes and loot keys, but there's nothing really in them that's game changing. So, I don't know. I think they have pay to play mechanic down pretty right. I mean, the interesting thing about pay to play is that it's pretty much been finalized in the best way to work would be with the Lord of the Rings aspect, where you can access pretty much everything. You can actually even earn currency in the game to buy stuff like expansion packs through. It might take a while, but it's 100% free, And I think that's really the way to do it.
See, I feel like consoles micro transactions are starting to get a bit more fair. Like in that sense, like they're giving you the opportunity you can pay, but not paying isn't extremely difficult either. I think microtransactions are just really a massive problem on like mobile games.
Oh yeah, those are the worst.
Because
Yeah,
it's a case
mobile
of
games,
just like,
I think mobile games is what brought it into the limelight,
yeah,
and people like Call of Duty and shit like that thought, "Ooh, we have a moment that we can make some real money here," because the kids that are playing it on mobile just spend their money nilly willy and don't care.
yeah. For me, it was
Well,
the one thing that really because I don't really play many mobile games. I think the only one I do play is Fallout Shelter.
I don't play any.
I play
I don't
Fallout
even play
Shelter. But and Pokemon Go. But that's pretty much it. But the only other game I have played, which was like my first exposure to what the fuck microtransactions was, it was a family like reunion style thing, and my aunt couldn't get past a certain level on Candy Crush. The reason I don't know why she'd play Candy Crush, it's a load of bullshit. But the thing is, it was like you need 200,000 points to get past this level. I was like, all right. She'd already bought all of the extra levels, so like after she completed this one, she had like another 30 to go. I did the one level for her, got something like 400,000 points, so it's like double what you needed to pass the level. And it came up saying, oh yeah, but you still need to pay 99p to get onto the next set of levels. It's like, did you pay to unlock these? And she's like, yeah. And I was just like, well, it looks like you're going to have to pay again because they want more money. And then it's like with Farmville, it's like, oh yeah, you can plant something, but it takes 4 hours real time to grow, or you could pay this much to have it instantly.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, retarded.
It is. And
what was the other?
Unfortunately, the whole instant gratification that has been bred into the generation.
Yep.
Is it Generation Y? The Generation Y and the Generation Z.
We're on the Generation Z at the moment.
Well, it's been basically bred into them, and the whole instant gratification is just being completely preyed upon.
Yeah.
And it's just completely shameful.
Well, the millennials kind of have the general child rearing of them in general has been rather bad because it's a case of like they're told they can have anything they want, like kind of thing. So their immediate gratification. They've been told like if you lose, it's okay. Here, have a trophy anyway. So it's like they feel the world's owed to them, and then it's just a case of they're like, oh, you don't need to have any real skills, blah blah blah. So it's people learning, what was it, lesbian dance theory and all of that crap at university, which can't be implemented in the real world. So it's a case of
gender studies or some shit like that.
The minute they go into the real world with these pointless degrees and being told they can have anything in the world they want just by asking for it, and finding out now that's not how the world works, just gonna fuck them over.
And it does, because now they've been to college, and now they all owe all sorts of money, but they can't really get a real job to pay it back.
See, I'm lucky that I was like the 3 years before this whole phase of like, oh, you lost, here's a participation trophy. I remember when I was at school, if I came last place, I didn't get jack shit. It was just a case of do better next time, you know.
I remember when I played, because I've played baseball, fucking, I don't know what year you start t-ball, but all the way up to the end of high school, I was playing baseball, and at the end of every year, everybody got a trophy, and even then, I was like, why are we all getting trophies? We didn't win.
Surely that would make the people who came first less special.
Yeah, I didn't see the point of it. I was like, this is just a plastic trophy. I didn't win anything. This is dumb.
Yeah. No, I never understood it. It's the point of surely that would do more damage than...
Because if you get a trophy, why would you want to work harder?
Exactly. Yeah. It's kind of taking away the whole like ambition to do better. It's the sense of, well, I'm going to get something either way. Like, no, you should push yourself further. Baseball really sucks we don't have that in the UK. When I went to New York, I went to see the Mets, and it was awesome.
Oh, you poor bastard. Should have went to see the Yankees.
Yeah, they weren't playing.
I've never really been a baseball fan. I just kind of get bored. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'd rather watch football.
Is that football as in my football or your
football? Our football. American football.
Okay.
Because somebody might actually get hurt.
You obviously haven't watched enough baseball, young man.
No, I know. You can get hurt. It's just.
You guys obviously haven't seen British football where someone gets their ear flicked and they cry.
Jesus Christ.
I was watching something earlier today. That actually happened to a senator while he was being interviewed on CNN or some shit. Some guy just walks up behind him and flicks his ear, and the dude doesn't even flinch.
See, it's like the one thing I like about Britain is it's the difference between women's sport and men's sport. It's like men's football, someone gets flicked in the ear, or in rugby, someone like gets tackled. They're like, "Oh, I don't feel I need to sit out." Women's rugby, they'll leave with like swollen eyes, blood everywhere, and like a fractured bone. And the same with the football. And it's just like, yeah, the women are fucking a lot more tough than the guys are.
You see, and we wish we had that. We really wish we had that. Not the men's side, the women's side, because people would watch that.
I would. Well, I do. I watch the women's one.
But we
You know
don't.
what's fun to
We
watch?
do not have
Women's
that.
volleyball.
It's because they're jumping, isn't it, Dave?
No, I remember in high school when the girls would have a game after our football game, I'd sit in the gym and watch, and the shorts that they were made to wear.
Ironically, it was funny because Dave wasn't wearing shorts. He was just there in his. Don't look at me. Pay attention to your games.
They weren't sure if I was retarded or if I was a pervert.
Or homeless. Well, I mean, with that mustache, Dave.
Thank you.
Let's go back to that in case the people watching don't know what he's talking about.
Yes, let's go back to the.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Yeah. Get in the van kind of look.
So, I would like to see. I do not like the way that games handle morality systems.
Like karma.
Like what?
Which is like for instance, using Fallout as an example, you steal something, yeah, that's bad, yeah, there's consequences, but I mean, in dialogue wise, and the same goes for a lot of them, like Mass Effect 2. I mean, you're either a complete cocksucker or you're way too good to actually be a real human being.
I feel it's
it's so.
I don't think it's gotten because it would take a lot of writing, because to have a decent. Because I was talking to my brother about this, because he went to uni to do game design, and because he said one thing he would love would be a good karma system, but in order to have a decent karma system, you would have to have different dialogue, outcomes, etc. for every way from like 0% to 100% good or 100% bad. Because at the moment it's a case of it's either you're really good or you're really bad. To do a decent karma system, you'd have to do every step in between, which just would take a fuck ton of work.
Well, you don't really need to do that. You can still do like have the options be either be 25% good or 25% bad.
Yeah. But then
because,
again,
in honesty, there is a game.
They won't do it.
No, they already have that in Galactic Civilization, where you basically have you want to make sure. Well, they have. It's like Civilization, but it's in space, and you can customize the ships, so that way you can make giant dick ships that have lasers on the tip, or missiles if you want.
I want my
actually going to Galciv, there was I don't know if it was Eurogamer or it was basically your version, the European version of PC Magazine. They had a really nice online article about Galciv 2, which is what actually got me into the game. But it has really
American football says.
Yes, and HexRG says, "Hey guys, anyways, they have their quote unquote morality system basically just on how would you approach this planet that you're coming to. You have three options. You have kind of a I wanted to not really affect the ecosystem. I'm a tree hugger. I have benefits and detractors from that. I'm gonna just be a complete jackass and
declare war.
Just not declare war, but like you might get more resources at the cost of your own people, or at the cost of just over harvesting a planet, or you'll have a neutral, which is kind of in between. And the part of the issue that I have with a lot of the karma systems that you have in games is it's the absence of the neutral.
Am I allowed to go into a town and kill everyone apart from one person and get them to tell the story to everyone else?
I'm sorry?
That's what I'd love in a game. I'd love a game where it's like you could pillage and destroy a city, like on a planet you just arrived on, but leave one person, and you get to type out a story they have to pass on to the rest of the planet.
That would be kind of neat.
Yeah, you could totally do that with No Man's Sky. Go ahead and buy that and play it.
I had it.
Do it. I already have it, and I don't really care about it.
I got a copy of it from Keymailer. I applied for it, and they're like, "Here, fine, have a copy." I played it for about a week, and then Steam said, "If you have a copy, you can return it for a full refund." And I did that, so I made 40 quid off of it.
Nice.
If you're watching this, developers, I'm sorry, but I don't. You did a shit game, so get over yourself.
I played for 4
The
hours
developer
and I
lied
was
about
like,
it anyways.
I really don't give a fuck about what I'm doing. I might as well just play
Well, did you
Minecraft
not-
because it's more deep.
Did you not see their office? What happened was there was a group of reporters who were supposed to go and talk to the developer because he finally opened and said, you know what, fine, I'll do a press talk. They went to the office where the entire development team was set up. The place was abandoned. It was stripped bare and left.
Well, yeah, I think that's kind of part of what the gaming wildlife joke about that one was, if with their 100% Honest series. Have you seen that, by the way?
I haven't.
Either of you?
No.
You have not. I will have to expose you to that after the show.
Fubar exposed. You heard it here first. Fubar said he's going to expose himself to me. Keemstar, get on this.
I was thinking
have
about
not-
getting the not the
Red Orchestra. By,
no, the new one that just came out, the Vietnam one.
Red
I
Velvet.
think that's-
Let me look. Hold on. What's it called? I have it in my cart. It
But while
is
you're looking for that,
Rising
Hexar's
Storm
Genius
2
said,
Vietnam.
he just bought Depth and Magicka.
Depth
on
is
Steam.
amazing. Yes.
Depth. We are going to play Depth at some point when
Please.
Dave is working days, because I have that and I have gifted it to several of you.
So good. I've
And
had
we
it
will
for ages.
include
I
you,
bought it in
Hexar,
early
because
access.
We will include you, Hexar, because you already have the game and I don't have to send it to you. But we have to play that at some point because I want to eat you as a shark. I want to kill you other fellow gamers as a shark because I'm a jackass.
I played that at 4 o'clock in the morning the first time I played it, and I got attacked out of nowhere, and I screamed so loud that my housemate came in asking, "Oh my god, what's wrong? What's happened?" And I just turned around and said, "Someone ate my face off." And she was like, "Did you have a bad dream?" And I was just like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" I didn't want to see more of a
That's one of
nerd.
those things you really can't be honest with. Don't call me senpai. I don't believe in that shit.
Okay, senpai.
Sorry, senpai.
I am no better than anybody else. I'm the working man.
That's such a
Notice me, senpai!
such a like communist thing to say.
Well, no, because
Hashtag
that's kinda
proletariat.
there's nothing wrong with the proletariat.
Didn't say there was. Sorry to trigger you.
But Magicka, we also got to play that at some point because that's also fucking hilarious.
I've never.
You
Is that what you told me about?
Yeah, that's an after the show conversation that we still have to work on with something to play. And Hexar, if you have that, we might be including you with that as well.
Cool.
So there you go. Yeah, that one's a lot of fun because you quote unquote accidentally kill your friends.
I do that normally when I play a game anyway.
Oh no, this is definitely an on purpose kill your friends kind of thing.
Cool. You guys can't be mad at
And
me
then and then because you want their stuff, so you kill them and then you take it and then you resurrect them and you say, well, now I have your shit, and then they kill you and then there's no progression because you're just busy killing each other.
Yay. That's
Did
like
you say
politics.
killing or diddling?
Why not
Yes.
both?
I
Shoot in the face, diddle diddle, they come back.
Magic is actually really smartly written. They make a lot of meme jokes, but I mean, it was released, I think, oh god, I want to say 2013.
Well,
So
that's old.
you know, at the time it was fresh, but I mean, you're talking about a group of people who have on their world map the forest, and then the other forest, and the maybe magical forest. So it is
Sounds like really
right
good,
up
deep,
your.
clever writing.
It is. The first six missions of the game are all named after Star Wars puns.
Okay, liking it.
So yeah, you have no idea how much you would love this game.
Why didn't you tell me that when you were discussing it? You just said, "Oh, it's a good
Why
game."
I
If you
said
told me
I
Star
had-
Wars puns,
I said there is a LP on Gom's channel that I did. Shit, I want to say actually it might be even 2010.
oh, but that would involve tons of scrolling, dude.
No, maybe not, because I think it's on one of my playlists that I feature on my channel. But definitely check that out. We'll talk about that after the show because it is a lot of fun.
So, what are the game mechanics? See, I've got one, but it's like I feel like a
All
lot
right,
of people
so
believe it.
Magicka, the way that Magicka works is you have 8 different spell elements that you can use. So you
Right.
have like fire, you have water, you have earth, And what you do is you combine them to do spells. So, like, say you want to do like a just kill everything kind of beam. So you would do something like fire, steam, water, turn it into steam because you can do that. And then you change the steam into an anti-life beam, and then you add lightning to it, and then you fuck everything up.
Wouldn't that be a really shit superpower to have? What have you got this power of? I've got the power of steam.
Now here's
doesn't
the
do much,
best
but it
part.
keeps my
Here's the
pores
thing:
clean.
Steam is awesome because you know why you want to use Steam in that game? Because Steam makes the other person have the wet debuff, which means any electrical damage they take is doubled.
Yeah, but that also means you got to have, I'm talking about you only have steam.
Okay.
Like, how shit of a superpower
So you
would
make
that
everybody
be?
like really soggy, or you burn their faces off because Steam is actually extremely
What
dangerous.
the fuck did I just find on Steam?
Well, I don't know. Why don't you tell us about it, Dave?
It's a game called Frisky Business, and one of the screenshots are two girls rubbing their pussies together.
Who is the world's best ninja?
Kid on my server.
Ah, okay.
Was he trolling in chat?
A little bit.
Little cunt.
Don't you hate that doofy guy? Yeah, we're bays. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure I'm
he had
carrying
some
his
book
child.
coming out about him.
Yeah. We fuck like at least every 6 hours.
God
Don't lie to him. It's more like 4.
Do you know how much Gatorade they drink?
Gatorade, yeah.
He is not 29. I have heard his voice. He is 15.
Oh God.
Don't let that little troll shitlord say that.
He's 15. Online, he said he was 29. I'm going to jail.
Quick, destroy the dick pics.
Quick, remove the mustache.
Oh, damn it. Delete the book Ninja Sutra. Damn it.
So anyways, Lucky, what mechanic would you like to see gone?
Health regen. Like, not like in
No,
terms
I
of
understand that.
the, like, Call of Duty style.
No, I understand
In a
that.
recent interview, the Call of Duty, the new one, World War II, they're planning on actually getting rid of health regen that they've had in past ones.
Good.
But the thing,
Are they going back to the Doom mechanic where you have health pickups?
no, that's the thing. They haven't said what they're going to do, but what I see happening is either it's going to be Battlefield 1 style,
Okay.
that the health will regen, but after like a big chunk of time, because they also said they want to give characters more class-based things. So what I see is they're going to introduce a medic,
Okay.
because I feel that would make sense.
In what?
So then
Call of
it's
Duty
not
World
really
War
going to
II.
be Call of Duty. It's really just going to be Battlefield.
In a way, but because they said they're getting rid of the whole like health regen thing, which I kind of understand, because it's one thing that annoys me is if you're sprinting about, all you need to do is hide behind a wall for 5 seconds and you're as good as you were at the start. That's why I kind of prefer Battlefield, because it's a case if you get shot, you either need to hide and like be a bit more cautious, or you need to have like a medic on your team. But I don't think they're going to do med packs, because it never works. It's a case of like oh, you can have a med pack, but that just means the med pack area is going to be heavily spawn camped, and they're like, oh, we'll put multiple spawns, and it's like, yeah, but it doesn't take long for people to memorize all of them.
What?
Well, like if you have med
That
packs,
is
like,
horseshit. Yeah, no. I understand the concept of med
I
packs. I'd
remember
like to
Doom
throw
3
mines on them.
I
don't spawn camp them. I mine them. So you're paranoid of items. But no,
Yeah, no, it's
they're
basically a case of-
afraid that people can't remember where they fucking are.
no, well, not that they won't remember where they are, but it's the fact that everyone will remember where they are, so they'll just be heavily like watched, and it'll be a case of they won't use the whole level. Most of the fights will be revolving around where these med packs will be. And you know that there'll be like certain teams of like mates who go in with 4, and they'll sit around that area waiting for it to spawn. So it's like I don't think med packs are very. I don't think they're a very good game mechanic. Like I just feel like, well, especially in massive multiplayer online. Like with Doom 3, I remember playing Doom 3 online. That was the first online game I got, and the medkit area was like watched like hell.
That's because medkit placement in recent games have been terrible.
Yeah, I don't think it can be done well.
That's not a fault of the medkit. That's a fault of the level designer.
No, I just don't think medkits can be done well. Like in most, like, because you'd have to have. They'd have to develop a whole new way of spawning.
You know what they should
where
do?
the weapons and med packs spawn on the map, they always get camped.
Yeah, there's no way. It's like even if they say, "Oh, we've designed tons of them," they'll spawn all over the place. It's like, yeah, but people will still memorize it and camp the fuck out of them.
I don't know. I come from an older era where that shit didn't happen, and it still doesn't.
Well, in older times, yeah, but online wasn't as dominant back then.
I'm talking about games that are still played online today.
Such as
Unreal Tournament. The Mega Man Death Match doesn't work. Can't camp it because there's more than
Mega
one
Man
place to
didn't
get
have
it.
health packs.
No, they did.
No, it didn't. I played it with you.
Is
I
that-
don't remember Deathmatch.
Which one?
That's the little round circles with the dot in the middle.
Which game?
Oh no, that's because they were fucking everywhere.
Yeah, and they don't really heal that much, so
That's-
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but in Call of
Which-
Duty,
which-
if it's going to be a case of heal much, it'll be one where it'll heal like 50%.
But there is a solution to this, and it's already it's already implemented. You just do what you do in Killing Floor, because that's actually handled really well. I feel the healing mechanic in that, where you have the little injector that
Yeah,
heals your health or heals somebody else's health. I think that would probably be the best way to go.
but with the Call of Duty franchise, no one would heal each other. No one would.
Well,
because
no,
No.
Considering how
I
fast-paced
disagree with that.
No, yeah, well, in the case of how fast-paced Call of Duty is, you have the mindset of like, I can heal someone else, but I know I'm going to need this soon anyway. So you wouldn't heal
There's
other
a way to
people.
curb that. You heal yourself less than you heal somebody else.
What?
So, for instance, let's say I heal myself. I only heal 10 hit points. But if I heal somebody else, I heal 25 hit points.
Yeah, I still don't think that'll make a difference. People will still keep it to have that 10.
Okay, well, you can
Pe-
still
people-
you can
people
increase
are
it. You can say I'm not arguing that people are assholes, but I think that you'll see a little bit more teamwork. Maybe not on consoles, but
PC
definitely
would,
on the
but
PC.
consoles definitely not.
Yeah, consoles you wouldn't, but I mean that's a problem with consoles.
Yeah,
that's
but
not a problem with that's not a problem with the mechanic. That's a problem with the people.
yeah, but bringing it back to Call of Duty, it's a case of since when has Call of Duty ever designed a Call of Duty game for console players?
I guess.
They've never. It's always a case of. We'll
I think the
design it
only
for-
way this would turn out well is if Call of Duty doesn't release it in the short time that they do, and they actually take time to develop and test different mechanics.
Well, each one has what, 2 years? No, not 2 years, 3.
No, not
A
even.
single year.
No,
Call of Duty is released annually.
it's released annually, but it goes on 3 development teams. Each year's a different development team.
Yeah, and they're all the same shit every time they come out.
1 year's Sledgehammer, 1 year's fuck it, what is it, Treyarch, 1 year's so in total they have like 3 years. It's like 1 year to plan, 1 year to create, and then
Yeah, but there's nothing. I'm not even saying this because I'm not a huge fan of the past Call of Duties. I'm saying this as just pure what I've seen is that no matter who's made it in the past like 3 or 4 or 5 years, it's always the same shit.
Well, that's because the same shit sells, and that's
because
the
they go
problem.
in. It's on the way it's.
Because I 100% agree. Health regen has to go. There's no
Yeah.
fun in health regen.
For me, it depends on the level of health regen. Battlefield, I think, have got it right in a sense of like your health will regen, but it's like after 30 seconds. A lot happens in 30 seconds.
Yeah, but
I just don't know.
I can put
how
this to bed real easily. Dave, how did you feel about the health mechanics in Doom?
I thought it was okay for an arcade style game. Why?
Well, that's my point.
Yeah, but with Call of Duty, it's completely different.
Yeah, it's a different.
I
It's a
disagree.
different style of an
because that's what Call of
arcade
Duty was
shooter.
built on.
Well, Doom's a very different game to Call of Duty.
Yeah, Call of Duty was built with health packs. I remember Call of Duty with the health packs,
Yeah,
but that was also in single player. Single player, the health
Sure,
packs
they had it
worked
in
very
multiplayer,
well.
too.
I never played multiplayer on.
I played the multiplayer. It was a bit.
PS3.
It was a bit. Don't think it-
Exosuits ruined the game. This is what
Well,
World's
it's-
Best Ninja is
the way
saying.
the way I saw it with
It's
the way
Call
it's
of Duty.
the way it's described is done in slates. Like the pass, like you have 3 slates, or you have a slate, and a slate is the 3 development teams, so Treyarch, Sledgehammer, etc. I think it's Infinity Ward, isn't it? Or are they gone now?
I have.
I
Wait,
have no
isn't Infinity
idea.
Ward?
Or is Infinity Ward Sledgehammer? I can't remember, but there
I
are
don't
these
know, if
there are
for
these
whatever
3
reason, that's
development
one thing, never
teams,
mind.
and each one makes their own
Why
game.
is Infinity
And the
Ward
3
so
games
familiar?
fall into slates. So, for example, you had the Modern War slate, which was the whole Ghost, Black Ops, etc. And at the moment, we're on the future slate, which is Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, and Infinity Warfare. And what people are predicting is it's going to go back into what people are called. I think it was called the latest one's going to be called the Iron Slate or something. Whereas like World War II, and they feel that they're going to be going into more old wars, like more
Well, that's
boots
what
on
the
ground.
new one is. Call of Duty World War II.
I know, but obviously the one after that can't be a World War II game. So it's going to be
Well, no,
something
but it could be
different.
Korea or Vietnam.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
ooh,
what.
you know. What Korea one would be cool.
Korea would be good because
It
they
would be
haven't done a
interesting.
Korea. They haven't done a Korea one yet.
There are not too many things touch on Korea with like history and stuff. Usually they skip it and go straight to Vietnam.
Yeah. That's because
what was
Korea
the game
was
that copied Red
much,
Dawn that made it Korea? Homefront.
Homefront.
Yeah, I loved that game.
Yeah,
Not the second one.
they really haven't touched. That's interesting that you're pointing that out. Because they really haven't done any games about the Korean War at all.
That'd be cool. Because then they could bring in helicopters for some stuff. And the original helicopters sucked. They didn't really have guns on them. They were just troop transport. They were cool.
Yeah, it was a get in, get out, and pick up people who are injured.
Yeah. So no, I mean that would be interesting to see.
World's Best Ninja. Exosuits ruined the game. The only reason the newest Call of Duty has them.
Yeah, I kind of was reading that.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on if the new Call of Duty brings back tanks like they did in World at War?
I'd feel they'd have to design the levels a bit better because the levels which had tanks in World at War seemed a bit unfitting for them.
I would feel like
It
I
seemed a
should just
bit
go play
narrow.
Unreal Tournament 3 because they already did that shit.
World at War, I liked the fact that you could blow limbs off and stuff like that.
Yeah, they need to bring that back.
Well, actually, no. The one thing in World at War that I really want them to bring back, which was fucking amazing, was having a bolt-action rifle without having to have a scope on it.
Mm-hmm.
That was brilliant. The Arisaka was just awesome. Or the Kar-98K. Wish they had that back.
Well, one can hope.
Oh, did I cut out?
No.
No,
I thought you said I did. Sorry.
no, I said one can hope.
Oh, sorry. What are the game mechanics other than that no one wants anymore? Quick time events, definitely. Actually, no.
Yeah. Well, okay. So here's the thing about
Quick time events in terms of a reaction. I say keep. For example, like on Dying Light, when you get grabbed by a zombie, fine, because it kind of adds to the whole panic of it.
Yeah.
Ones where it's like, for example, which one was it? Was it Resi 5
Press
or Resi
X
6?
to not die.
Where it's like the end cutscene. You've gone all the way up to this like.
That's
For
Resident
all
Evil
of-
5 you're thinking about.
Yeah,
Because
and-
of the helicopter on the volcano with the rocket launchers.
yeah, it's a case of like
Sounds like a fucked up game of Clue.
you have you spent hours doing this massive like adventure just to have like you finally meet the final boss, expect a massive awesome fight, and then it's a quick time event.
Yeah, you have a battle on top of a volcano, and then the very how you kill the boss is you jump in a helicopter and you shoot 2 rockets at him. That's it.
Well, it's the same with the Far Cry. All the main bosses with that were quick time events.
Yeah.
Fucking Dying Light, the fucking ending for that was quick time events.
Yep.
Apart from the following didn't have a quick time event ending.
The following did not. The
You had the
following
shit
had
ending.
I had the quote unquote good ending where I just nuked everybody. Well, no, I can't spoil it, although I
Just
just kind of did. And then you have the better ending of that,
Yeah,
which
no,
everybody should watch.
we played the following, and he was like, "Oh, there are 2 endings. We should each pick a different one. I'll pick. You want to be an asshole? You can pick the bad one." He did the good one, and it was like a really lackluster, just a cutscene. I had one, and it was
I had a minute.
it was like a 20-minute freakishly intense boss battle that was awesome as fuck.
Yeah,
He was
I
really
chose poorly.
disappointed.
You know, I just hope that gets viewed more than mine. It should.
Now that I'm on a decent upload schedule of 2 videos a day, hopefully we'll be out soon.
Yeah, I'm still working on Conviction, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I'm kind of.
I'm trying to
I
get
was
Blacklist
expecting.
working. We were trying to record the other day, and it wasn't a sense of the game crashing or anything. We couldn't connect to the Blacklist servers. Uplay just wouldn't connect.
That's shitty because I haven't done that yet. I mean, it worked well with the other Splinter Cell game that I did.
Because we tried to connect it, it just kept on saying servers were like just
Hmm.
unresponsive.
Maybe it was just its time of the day. I don't know.
Uplay's on its period. But it's bad enough, it's probably always on its fucking period.
Well, okay, so Uplay. One thing I do like about Uplay is that it gives you loyalty rewards.
Yeah, I
the
like
games.
the fact
I do
that you
like
can use
that.
it in game. Like you can get costumes in that in game.
Yeah, that is nice. I do like that. I just think that their hardware sucks. If they improve their hardware and they improve the front end a little bit, I think it would be.
I thought that'd be really key in a PC game. In case of the way to which you launch and use the game should be really high, like priority.
Well, yeah, one would think that, but Diablo 3 would beg to differ.
I'm still fucking annoyed with Origin. I bought Battlefront. Yeah, the Star Wars game. Fucking amazing game. Good.
Well, again,
good arcade shooter.
Origin is
it's not
one of those.
Well, Origin. It's not the sense of running the game that was bad. Origin, I don't find that difficult to use. You play, yeah. Origin, no. But with Origin, it's the store I really don't like, because I wanted to get the season pass for Battlefront because they finally released all the DLC. I always wait until it's all released before I decide whether to buy something.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like you never know what you're going to get with season passes. And I was like, okay, all of these maps, it was like 20 plus maps. I was like, yeah, I'll actually shell out money for that. And it was on offer, and the season pass was £23. But you could get the Ultimate Sith Edition for £16, and that came with the season pass. So I was like, okay, so I'm guessing the extra copy of the game will just go as a gift, because I already had it installed. And then suddenly appeared in my inventory, and I was like, what the fuck? So I contacted the team support, and I was like, I have 2 copies of Battlefront in my library, and they were just like, yeah. But I already owned it, and I bought another one, and they were just like, yeah. Like, do you not give gifts? And it's like, oh, we don't do gifts and present sending on Origin. Like, oh, well, what if I buy 2 of the same game? And they were like, oh, that's just your problem. Oh, it's like they don't have. That is
an issue that I have not encountered with Origin, I will say.
Well, no, they said. I asked them why they don't do it, because I was like, obviously, what if someone accidentally buys one of the same game? And they said, oh, you'd be surprised how little that happens. And I'm like, well, I know, but it still should be. Like,
you just did it. If you just did it, then somebody else is gonna do it.
I was like, yeah, and I'm an adult. A kid might accidentally buy it, like a multiple copy or something.
You saw 2 numbers. You saw $29.99. You saw $16.99. Which would you choose?
Yeah, so I had 2 copies on my Origin now. I've got 2 copies of Star Wars Battlefront.
And you know what? I bet they're not integrated either, are they?
Well, no. It's annoying because when
that is something that you should definitely make a suggestion of.
I installed the Sith Edition because I wanted to get the season pass installed, and it installed the full game again. And I was like, but I've already got the game installed. Surely it would just unlock the season pass. Nope, it installed the entire game a second time, taking up another 50 gigs, so I had to uninstall the other one. It's like, they really didn't sort this out.
Right, but I mean, so touching back on that, did it share your achievements and whatnot from the first one, or
achievements and challenges?
Or unlocks, rather.
Weapon unlocks, yes, but
okay.
Challenges, like kill so many with this stuff, no. Which was
Who
weird.
the fuck cares about that if you have already the unlocks, Well, I'd be more concerned about the unlocks. Well, I'm not saying that the challenges aren't bad, and I see Davis left the channel, but
as you have as well.
Really?
Oh no! Oh,
I'm still here.
You're appearing on the Google thing, but you've disappeared from.
I should be on Discord. Yeah. I am on Discord.
Is Dave just?
Oh, Dave mentioned that he had to leave. Okay. So no. Origin has come a long way.
Yeah.
I do not like how they do the store now. But I mean, that's just
I like the free giveaways they give every now and then. They gave away Theme Hospital, which is like a childhood favorite, so it kind of got me in. Like it got them in my good books.
Origin has definitely come a long way. The problem.
The thing is, they listened to the community and were like, "Okay, well, we should do this." Whereas,
they did,
whereas you play just don't.
It's very on EA like, but at the same time, here's the real elephant in the room. They're competing against Steam, and you can't compete against Steam because Steam won 10 years ago.
Yeah.
they already they're off playing a whole new other game. You're just a decade behind. I'm sorry. There's no helping you anymore. It's just the way that the world is. It's a shame. I understand why some people don't like Steam and don't really trust Steam, but them's the breaks. Sorry.
I don't find Steam's weird. I like I don't like the whole card selling thing because I don't like the whole
I understand
of
that.
It, but I don't understand people's fascination with it because they're just like, oh my god, I need to get these cards. I don't give a shit about the cards, and my mates constantly mess with me. It's just like, oh my god, can you give me this one? I'll trade you this. And I'm like, dude, just fucking take it. I don't care.
I understand why people like the cards. What I think is bad though is that Steam has attributed significant rewards to the card system. So, for example, in the level, not the card system, but the level system. So, for example, right now on Steam, I am a. Oh shit! What am I?
What am I?
Existential questions aside, I'm a level 35.
I don't
But
know
with a
what
level
level I am.
35, I can have more I can have more friends on my friend list than a level 22.
What level am I? Can you check?
I can.
I'm guessing like
Let's see.
4?
No, you're not a 4. I think you're in the 20s, I think.
Oh, fuck.
I know that there's a couple of things that go into this. Actually, I take that back. You're a level 11. Well, again, this relates into the card system because the card system your level is based off of your badge.
Oh, fuck. I don't bother
The
with
badges.
them. Fuck 'em.
So, for example, let me put it this way: John is a level 13.
Nerd.
Well, he's a level 13. He has 9 badges according to his.
Is that enough to tame a Charizard?
You have 7 badges.
I can't
Let's
even face
see
the Elite
here.
4 yet? Oh, man.
You cannot face the Elite Four. You need to face the Elite Four because I would love to do a battle at some point. Dave is a level 22.
Fuck.
He has 23 badges.
Making me look
And
bad.
let's see here. Let's go with a fan, Canadian Moose. 'Cause he messages us sometimes. He is a level 2. You need to increase your level. I understand he's a console gamer, so that's why he's a level 2.
I
But
don't think he has many games.
yeah.
So it's like he doesn't really have. Don't you have to play games to get badges? Like, it helps.
Well, you also have to own games. Trock is also a level 11. He has 6 badges. So your level is tied to your badges. And the issue that I have with the card system is that you've now also tied in the friend system to that. For example, every other level or so, I think I get 5 extra friends on my friends list because I'm such and such in level.
Oh, I went on a purge on Steam on Friends the other week because I had like 100 and something friends. I think I've got 8 now.
I just don't friend anybody.
I just purged everyone.
Wow, that's not good. Dom's a level 22 and I'm a level 35. That's not good. But
You'll have to
here's
message
the
him
funny
and call
thing.
him out, and it's just like, oh, higher level than you. Suck it.
Yeah, okay, so he has 724 games. I have 500 and something. Well, he does this. He does Let's Plays for a living. He should have 700 games.
Yeah, true.
700 games is actually a bit low.
I think I'm near 300.
I have 524. You are in the 300 range, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I checked from when we were doing the thing the other day. You have 345. So
yeah.
Just so that way the other people in the group are
Who needs to buy
represented.
food, right?
Well, Trock has 137. Not bad for a high school student. John has 333. And Dave has 110. So that's again that's one of the things that they're changing with Steam, and or rather the reason they're changing a lot of stuff with Steam is because of the card system. They want to keep the card system, which I think is a nice addition to Steam.
What the fuck are gems as well? It keeps on asking me if I want gems.
Well, what you can do is you can turn your cards into gems and your Steam inventory items into gems, and then turn them into booster packs.
Oh, fuck's sake.
But the problem is that people game that system to try and make money off of it, which they didn't really want. It's an unintended,
Or you can
not
go to
consequence,
my brand
but
new
an
website.
unintended use of their system.
Go to my new website called Lucky Lotto. I totally don't rig it.
No, but
controversial from a
because,
few months ago.
well, what people were doing were they were making fake games to make cards and then selling the cards on the Steam marketplace
Oh,
to make money.
fuck.
Yeah,
That's
and
not good.
Steam is trying to put an end to that. Again, that's the issue with the digital platform, is because Steam won 10 years ago. There is
did.
nothing
It's a
you can
good
do.
system, like, you know, to use. It's easy to use.
They lost $1 million in one day because of the paid mods thing, and they just dropped it, and nobody cares anymore.
Yeah.
About it. They lost $1 million. I think they lost more than that.
They can
And
afford to do that though.
it was they make all of the monies. They make insane monies.
They make the monies.
I'm going. Well, that's the video I'm going to share with you. Is the 100% if Valve is honest with us. I also like the Apple ones too for the gaming wildlife, but
Well,
that
is the end of this podcast. I hope you've enjoyed your stay.
Then hopefully YouTube doesn't screw it up.
Yep.
YouTube.
I'm looking at you, YouTube. If you fuck this shit up, I will come to your house, and I will slowly. Well, not slowly. I will just actually no. I'll unscrew all the lids to the milk you have in the fridge, so when you take it out, milk will go everywhere. Yeah.
Not only that, you should also just remove all of the doorknobs on all of the doors.
Yeah. And I'll put a coaster in the middle of the room, and you won't know why it's there. But it'll be
But it's there.
And there's little strings on your hoodie you use to make the hood tighter. I'll make one longer than the other.
Also, surprise glitter bombs.
Yeah, your house will look fabulous. Glitter everywhere. So yeah, make sure to check out the links in the description to check out our channels. We have some pretty funny shit. Go look at the Dying Light series with me and Fubar.
And the other stuff that Dave did.
Yeah.
Although I don't think Dave records anymore. But check
No,
out
he
his
hasn't-
channel anyway.
He hasn't recorded in a while. But check out his stuff, it's still really funny. So yeah, goodbye everybody. Look both ways when
Bye.
crossing the street, otherwise you'll get hit by a car.